Welcome everyone to Integrated English. The lesson which we are going to revise today is Ranga's Marriage, written by Masti Venkatesha Iyengar. Before we begin the story, we'll know something about the author. Masti was born in 1891 at Hogenhalli in Kolar district of Karnataka in Tamil, language speaking Sri Vaishnavite family. He spent his childhood in Masti village itself. He obtained a master's degree in English literature in 1914 from Madras University. After joining Indian Civil Services and in the days of Maharaja of Mysore, he held various positions of responsibility in different parts of Karnataka. Rising to the rank of district commissioner after 26 years of service, he resigned in 1943 as a protest because his junior was being promoted ahead of him. He wrote some pieces in English and then switched to Kannada language. He often used narrative way of writing the stories. Now we come to the present story. The story begins. In this story, what happens? Ranga, the accountant's son, comes back to his village Hosahalli after 6 months. Where he had gone? He had gone to Bangalore to study English for 6 months and he had come after 6 months. Which to mention, not many in the village get this opportunity. In those days, during the time when the story was written, in those days only a few people were getting the opportunity of going to Bangalore and pursuing their education. The whole village gets excited to see Ranga, that after coming back from Bangalore, after getting educated, after learning English, after knowing how to speak English, is there any change which has occurred in Ranga? The whole village had gathered around his home to see. The narrator has also beautifully elaborated about his village, Hosahalli, and how authorities are responsible for not giving this place a place in the map when the map was being made. Moving on, he also admires his village. He talks about the climate, he talks about the place, he talks about the ponds, and he even talks about the mangoes which are found there. He says that the mangoes which are found here are so sour that if you eat them, then you certainly will be needing a doctor to cure your cough. He also is talking about a doctor who is there in his village, who is the only person who had gone to many more places and he had traveled a lot and he used to tell the story to other people as well. Now, he admires Ranga and he wants to get him married. What happens when Ranga comes back after getting education from Bangalore? The narrator meets him and he finds that Ranga has not forgotten his tradition as well. Because when all the villagers had come to see Ranga, one of the old ladies went near him and even touched his chest as well to check whether he is wearing janu or not. But to make her happy, not to make her happy, in reality, Ranga was wearing that. So, impressed by Ranga, the narrator wanted to get him married as soon as possible, but to his surprise, Ranga has a very different views about marriage at that point. Now, what Ranga's views about marriage were? Ranga believed that the arranged marriage will not be suitable for him because he would like to marry only a girl whom he admires, because he believes that in arranged marriages the age of girl is a lot younger in comparison to the boy, and sometimes the communication gap may take place. Suppose if the husband is telling something in love, maybe the girl takes it otherwise, and this will not be a good case then. The narrator stages the entire union of Ranga and Ratna, Rama Rao's 11-year-old niece. Narrator knew Rama Rao, and Rama Rao's niece, who was 11 years old, her name was Ratna. She had come to live with her uncle after the death of her parents. She was a very sweet girl and she had sweet voice as well, and she knew how to play veena and harmonium. At first, The narrator tells him that he is married to see that she is married to see how it affects Ranga. He tells Ranga that Ratna is married. He just wanted to know how this is affecting. For this, what he had done, he goes to Rama Rao's house and tells him that mm, tell Ratna to sing a song. When Ratna started singing, narrator sent someone to call Ranga as well. Ranga reaches there and he watches that Ratna is singing, and he was so infatuated with her singing and her beauty that he had started liking the girl. But when he comes to know that the girl is married, it was a heartbreak for him. And the narrator also says that his face had become like a roasted brinjal because he did not like this news that Ratna is married. As expected, Ranga was disappointed. The narrator then manipulated the village Shastri to say things in his favor. Narrator goes to the village Shastri and tells him that what he wants to listen, what he wants Ranga to listen, and then he comes back and he takes Ranga with him. This is important to mention here that Ranga's full name is Rangappa, but narrator is calling him Ranga because Ranga was younger to him and he knew him very well. One more thing here is worth mentioning that English was supposed to be a priceless commodity those days because not many of the villagers were able to get an opportunity to go to the city and learn English. Now, let us come back. The narrator took Ranga to visit him, where he predicted that Ranga has a girl on his mind and her name resembles something found in the ocean. When narrator goes there to the Shastri, then he says that Ranga is upset these days and I want to know the reason. Then, as already fixed, Shastri says that the reason is a girl, and the name of the girl starts something which resembles with a thing found in ocean. Shyama. The narrator makes guesses of her name, and in the end, he says that maybe the name of the girl is Ratna, but again, she is married. On their way back home, they confirm that Ratna is not married only to find Ranga happy and full of hope. What happens when they were coming back home? The narrator goes to Rama Rao's house. He goes inside alone, and he comes back after some time and he tells Ranga that, you know what, Ratna is not married. This makes Ranga extremely happy. On the other hand, the Shastri disagrees on having staged anything predetermined. After these things were sorted out, when the narrator meets Shastri that day, then he was making fun of his Shastra and the way Shastri predicted the things. Then this thing was not liked by Shastri, as he says that you only gave me the hint, rest of the these things were told by me based on my calculation. He claims to have said whatever his predictions showed. Who claimed? The Shastri. However, at the end of the story, what happens? Ranga and Ratna are happily married with a 3-year-old son, and they have named their son Shyama after the name of the narrator because he was the one who fixed their marriage. Ratna is also pregnant towards the end of the story and with another child. And to conclude, the narrator makes sure that he did not bore his reader because the way he presents the story in front of us, it is really amusing. It is really very, very interesting. That was all for this story. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you.